Widows, boys and girls, how are we all doing? Today I'm looking at 5 scary ghost videos going viral right now. So let's take a look. This channel is Haunted 5. I've never watched them apart from on Mr. Grey's Bingo.
A woman's sister used to work at a music school that also acted as a daycare for young children. The building was incredibly eerie, and whenever
Yeah, so scary. All that Play-Doh and letters. Ooh.
she would visit the daycare in the basement, she would get cold chills up her spine.
Said everyone that's gone into every basement ever. So obviously, even if we're not debunking, there will be, mocking, because common sense seems to be sorely lacking in these top 5 channels anymore.
Eventually, the daycare had to close due to finances, but the security cameras in the room were still operating. Many of the children that were part of the daycare would often talk about a mean man that was inside the tunnel. The cleaning lady often mentioned she'd go down into the vacant basement and see children's toys aligned in a circle. The following footage is what the security camera captured one afternoon.
This place is abandoned, according to that story. I've just heard somebody say something. This camera is on, and there is a male voice from somewhere within that building. Are they going to claim that to be the ghost? The quality of this camera is abysmal. Like all of the CCTV. I've got 3 in here to try and capture paranormal activity. Nothing. There's probably a wire attached to that, or a string, or magician's string, or fishing wire, or fishing line. Somebody's just pulling it off camera because you can't see past any of this shite. You can't see behind that pillar. You could loop it around that pillar and out this door. There's just too many places for somebody to have been hidden with common sense. This is a bit more elaborate than string, because let's go back to where this thing is moving. You can see all this digital artifacting, pulsing. It stops, bang. There's a freeze frame there. That thing is pulled towards the same direction, I would assume. It's going this way. That's pulled the same direction I assume that seesaw is being pulled at. But there was a little flash of light. And I'm not talking about the little thing that flashed up here, and there was one down here somewhere. The entire image sort of exposed for a second, oddly, before those things came across the screen. So, in my opinion, that's overlaid. I don't know what you're going to say. Hey, the sound of that thing falling was before the actual... That's just the poor camera quality. I imagine I've got the same type of camera in this room. Wait. Was that a hand? We're looking right there. No, it's just the motion blur.
Just moments into the video, we notice a seesaw in the middle of the room moving back.
That was actually better done than a lot of the shite I have to look at. But the quality in this camera, I mean, you can see how big the pixels are on this because the camera sensor is like minuscule. And it's in night vision, so that immediately dips your quality, especially on these cheap cameras. So there could be wires on all of this, and we just won't see them because of the poor quality. How could it be a ghost? Have I debunked anything? Well, I haven't debunked anything because I'm only saying I think this is how it's done. Maybe it's real. It's not.
A man was visiting a ranch in northwest Los Angeles early one morning. He had heard rumors from people working at the ranch that strange activity was recently taking place. Most of the workers were too frightened to work alone since they were seeing strange figures standing out in the field. They have also witnessed machinery turning off and on by itself, along with tools and other items being moved when nobody else is around. He didn't think much of the rumors and thought that everyone was simply playing a trick on him since he was from the city. When he went outside early one morning, he glanced out into the field and was terrified by what he witnessed.
Ooh.
Hey, yo, what the fuck is that? No mames.
Take that off your card.
That shit's going off fast. That's not a person at all, bro. That shit disappeared. Wait, what the fuck?
It hasn't disappeared, it's a person.
That's fucking scary, dog.
As he points his camera out towards the field, we notice a dark humanoid figure all by itself.
The dark humanoid figure looks like it's jogging.
Soon, the figure begins to move at a speed which seems non-human. What's even more creepy is the fact that the legs don't appear to be moving. Due to the camera quality, it's difficult to make out any notable features. While many people,
including the legs,
in the comment section are convinced he captured a skinwalker, the skeptics are certain it was simply a hoax. Paranormal or not, the footage is definitely creepy.
It's really not.
A girl was just waking up at home when she soon noticed her dog laying at the foot of her bed.
Have I seen this?
She seemed rather confused because her dog's demeanor seemed different than usual. While her dog is usually relaxed, I
think a hand comes up over the bed.
Seemed to be quite anxious. Her sister was sleeping next to her, and the house was quiet, so she had no idea what was triggering her dog. She decided to record her dog's behavior for her sister when she woke up, to see if she could explain the abnormal behavior.
Look at that dog being all abnormal. It's a fucking dog. It's doing dog things. It's laying down with a little chew toy. How is that in any world strange or odd or makes you want to film?
When she showed her sister the footage, she was terrified by what was captured, which had nothing to do with the dog. It may have been difficult to see, but when she first starts recording the video, we can see a strange humanoid face crouching in the
That's not a strange humanoid face. It's just a human.
corner of the bedroom. Her sister was sleeping next to her, and nobody else was in the room, so she has no idea.
Nobody else was in the room? The ghosts use duvets or quilts now, do they? Because that ghost looks like it's just sleeping in the room, wrapped up in a duvet, looking at her mate.
Who or what it could have been. In just a matter of seconds, the creepy face completely vanishes.
It doesn't completely vanish, it's just pulled the quilt up over his head. This is clearly staged.
Could her
Jesus
house
Christ.
be potentially haunted?
No.
Or is there a more reasonable explanation?
Yeah, it's her mate. And they've just uploaded it to TikTok because TikTok viewers are inherently fucking stupid believing this crap.
A father and daughter were playing in the woods one afternoon when something caught his daughter's eye. They were in a remote location and staying in a cabin that they are quite familiar with. However, when they visited this time, the area had an unusual vibe that they considered creepy. While they typically enjoy the surrounding noises of wildlife, this time the forest was eerily silent. At night, however, they could hear terrifying screams off in the distance
Foxes or coyotes.
that they have never heard before. On this particular day, when they were enjoying each other's company, they would get a glimpse of something that would forever haunt them.
Somebody over there.
Over where?
Right there.
Hey! What are you doing over there?
Oh. You may be wondering where the audio has gone. Haunted 5, wherever he's got this from, have probably copyrighted it. And now we'll use the Nuke Top 5 scary music. How inventive.
I think it's a demon.
The kid just said, I think it's a demon. When a kid says, I think it's a demon, all excited, they're in on the joke, you know?
Where did it go?
Don't you jump scare me.
After a few moments, we can see a terrifying pale humanoid figure walking in a small clearing from right to left. The most notable feature of the strange figure are the freakishly long arms that appear longer than the legs. Eventually, he decides to get a better look at the creature, but can't find any trace of them.
Unfortunately, I have seen this creature design on a very, very famous YouTube channel. They completely take the piss. And they'll say, you know, we've been called into this house, and then they scream, and one of the camera guys gets killed every episode. It's all tongue-in-cheek. But this exact model of thing is used in a lot of them. They like take the creepypastas and turn them into viral videos, and they're really well made, really funny, really over the top, so you know it's bullshit. And this looks like one of the models from that.
Many people are convinced he captured either a skinwalker or a rake, while the skeptics are certain it
You ain't picking up no grass with that.
was simply a friend in a well-made costume. Paranormal
How can you say it's a well-made costume? It's zoomed out so far you can't see shit.
or not, the footage is definitely creepy.
No, it's not. Look, Daddy, it's a demon.
A man was recovering from a serious illness and was being monitored by a medical professional. He was resting in his bed comfortably when something strange took place. The room he was placed in was typically avoided by the nurses, since many of them have heard disembodied voices, along with seeing strange white figures floating in various parts of the room.
They put somebody that is gravely ill in a room that nobody will go in. There's the first bout of bullshit.
With the strange experiences, the room reportedly has a cold feeling, along with impacting the mental health of those that enter. When the nurse reviewed the footage, they were terrified by what was captured.
That doesn't look like a hospital room. How many hospitals have you been in where they've got these sort of sleigh beds? You know, with the high wooden headboard. I mean, that's medical. This may be medical, but that looks like a filing cabinet. That looks like a bedside dresser. This is somebody's bedroom. There's a two-way radio on the side there. Or did the security guard or the nurse forget to pick the radio up? This is bollocks. Right, the ghost disappearing gives it away. Right there. Look at this perfect square. This is where the overlaid video has caught the corner of the screen. Now, say I was to screen record from YouTube, this would be the corner line of the video. So, say I was to pick out a green screen like you've seen me do before. Sometimes you'll catch an edge. And in this video, there is that edge. The ghost has disappeared into a perfect corner of a screen. So this white mass, translucent mass, is literally something that's been ripped off a screen and then overlaid onto this video. So they've pulled this shit with wires. That gives it all away. I was about to say it's really well done with the pulling and stuff, no strings on display. The story is bullshit. This is not a hospital room, and they've maintained that it is. This is a sleigh bed, not a hospital bed. Hospital beds tend to have certain types of bedding, you know, sterile, white with a blue sort of woolen blanket over the top, white pillows and all. This is all staged, every second of it. And then the proof that this is staged is that why is the ghost disappearing into a 90-degree right angle? This is a screen grab overlaid. Well, Haunted Top 5. What a steaming turd of a video you've put out there. Now, did I debunk it? I debunked the last video 100%. A ghost disappearing into a clear right angle corner of a video. It's just an overlay that's put over the top. And again, in line with the video that I've put out recently, this is why there is no scientist willing to look into the paranormal at the moment. It's because this viral stuff is bullcaca. They're not going to put any time, effort, or money into a fraudulent claim. This is a fraudulent claim. And while this is a fraudulent claim, these top 5 channels can edit, and they didn't notice that corner still included into their videos. This happens all the time. The stuff is clearly staged, clearly faked, and they keep putting it out there anyway. And these channels do very well for views. So the mass consumption of these creepy videos is people believing absolute horseshit. I mean, even for a top 5, that was crap. Absolute crap. This is the type of video that I'll record and then not even get as far as the editing. I'll have got to this point or sometimes earlier and I'm going, oh, do you know what? I'm bin it. I'm going to put this out anyway. It'll be a Wednesday quick video because I don't think it's going to be a very long video because, yeah, it was trash. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. I don't even know if I can be asked to try and debunk it. Oh, much love to you all. Beardo out.